dinner. It's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. Just remembering that your health is your wealth. You need to put a lot of focus on what goes into the temple. We only get one, so I always try to make sure that I am keeping busy, I'm staying active, I'm moving around throughout the day, but I also know that it's 80-20. It's 80% about what you put in your system, and then of course the other 20 is getting out and getting active. So for dinner, I am going to prepare a salmon dish. It's going to be salmon. It's also going to be quinoa. A lot of people are not quite sure what it is. It is an actual healthy grain. It's really grainy. It kind of comes from the rice family, and it is double the protein of rice, and it's also full of fiber. So of course it helps to keep you flushed out, and which is extremely the goal. That's the goal. You want to always stay cleansed. So that's what quinoa does, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take the salmon, and I put it in my little glass bowl, which I love to use because for me it keeps the food kind of moist and it's kind of tender. And then I'll take the grapeseed oil. I use grapeseed oil instead of olive oil because it's something that you can heat, use on high heat without it affecting your health. You gotta have to read up on it. Dr. Sebi talks more about that in his diet, and I typically try to follow his diet. So I'll just put a little bit of garlic on there, some herbal seasonings, no salt, of course. Salt retains fluid on the body. So if you're trying to lead this healthy lifestyle, you've got to begin to think of some healthier choices to use. Just so my salmon is moist, a lot of times I sprinkle just a little bit of Bragg's liquid aminos. Makes for a very tasty piece of meat, and a lot of times I like to put a little bit of smoked paprika on my salmon. Just that quick, short to the point. Then I'll take it, and then I just stick it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending upon how high the heat is, because you can really quickly overcook salmon. So you don't want that. I don't like for mine to be rubbery. I like it to be very moist, where I can just actually take my fork and it's flaky. Okay. Quinoa, very, very simple. You can season it however you like. You just want to add a little bit of oil so that it'll be kind of fluffy and flaky. And I don't cook a whole lot of it at a time because I really like for my quinoa to be fresh. So I take it, I mix it around in the bowl. You do add water, just like you cook it pretty much like you're cooking rice. And then once it's done, it's fluffy, it's good to go. I added a little bit of rosemary seasoning to it earlier, and it is ready to go. Again, full of protein and full of fiber. Very healthy carb. Gives you the energy that you need. Salmon's finished. So go back and pull it out. Ready. Then I go in and I can plate my quinoa. Looks amazing because I love quinoa. Again, it's kind of an acquired taste, but because it's so healthy, I eat it on a regular basis. Okay. And then finally, what I try to do for dinner is I try not to overeat. You know, you're getting ready to go to bed. You don't want to go to bed on this really, really full stomach. So I typically will do a salad to end the night. Of course, you can't always. I'm having issues getting in there. So then I turn around, and I love arugula. It's kind of minty, and so I'll take it, put that on there, and some people do. A lot of times I will still kind of do an extra wash because I'm really kind of finicky about that. But what I really do is I make my own dressing, and this is just a light Greek dressing. Just put a little bit of olive oil, and you can kind of measure, you can kind of see, and because I'm just doing it for one salad, and again, I like my salads fresh, I like my quinoa fresh. Little bit of lemon juice, little bit of garlic, For this one, oregano is the key for the flavoring, and then just a little bit of Dijon mustard. And once I put the mustard there, I mix it, and there it is, a fresh dressing, good to go for my salad, and dinner is ready. So again, just thinking about being healthy, being whole. Health is wealth. We're in 2021. The main thing we need to do is start thinking about really taking care of ourselves and really being positive. Mindset is important as well.